Hi, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, well done. How's been your day?
Good. And yours?
I know. I'm having issues joining on my laptop. Just give me a minute or so. I'm still trying to
It's
join
okay.
in.
It's okay, sir.
Good evening, Emmanuel.
Mrs. Oliver, good evening.
Boss, good evening, sir. Especially himself. Welcome, Mo.
How is everything?
Very well. How are you?
Fine, fine. This is why you came before me. You joined before me.
You want to come and expose yourself?
I've been trying to join. You were saying somebody will allow me in for over 30 minutes.
Yes.
So I was just here waiting.
I had the same experience.
I'm supposed to allow you in, I could not join in short. I'm still trying to join on my laptop. Okay, it has let me in now.
Okay. Oh.
Okay.
I've been struggling to join this meeting for like the past 15 minutes.
It's not easy.
Okay,
I think
it
that's
has
the
let me
thing
in
with
now.
him, though. Because yesterday, before I could join her,
It's not easy.
So it's only the two of you here right now. Oluwebe, have you been able to schedule that stuff now?
no, sir.
Why?
It's very much likely I don't know the right place to go. I tried it until.
So the screenshot you sent to me is showing two centers in Aba or something like that. You select one of them, and when you select it, it will give you available dates that you can write it with time.
And when I click on it, it doesn't even do as if it's something selectable. It's just there.
Which browser are you using?
Chrome.
Which browser are you using?
Chrome. Take Google Chrome.
It's supposed to be selectable because I remember that page you sent already shows centers.
Oh, now?
It's also selectable because I have someone that Emmanuel, have you been able to register for that exam?
So which exam?
Certified in cybersecurity. It's a certification exam.
I didn't know about it, so Jesus.
I spoke about it in the last class now.
Okay, maybe that was when I stepped out. Okay, so did you drop the link?
I dropped the link. I did everything even on the Discord.
Okay, no problem. I'll register. First, let me start now. Come on the Discord.
No, don't start now. You're in class. Learn. You learn for 2.
Nobody, you don't try.
After the class.
Which side is it? Is it general or okay? I've seen it. CC certified.
It should be under resources.
So is it?
It's also on the Teams chat. It's on the Teams chat.
I have seen it. Is it for free exam and training that you register?
Yes.
Okay.
So what do you want to register?
The deadline is May 20th. They've already met their targets. They are supposed to do it to be free for 1 million people. They've already met their target. So
Okay, I've seen the stages.
So
the first
they've
thing is to create.
put it at
Okay,
what is
sir.
in my
So
video?
are we going to wait a little for others to join?
Yeah, I wanted others to join because there's a message I have to
Okay.
pass across
Okay.
today.
Okay.
Okay. Thank God I'm
So
on
while
it.
like that, can we talk about another, maybe something else?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So you were at the career session yesterday. You were at the meeting. I think you were there, sir.
Wait, can you repeat that?
Were you at the career session last night? Did you stay?
Yeah, yes, I was.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I saw you, but I didn't hear much from you.
I don't normally talk in the career session. I'm learning.
Yes.
I'm learning at
Okay.
that point. That
Okay.
career
Ah, yeah.
session is very, very important to me.
My God. Oh. How can you lie down to drink water? Sorry.
Mr. Lebe, please, your son is disturbing us.
Are you there? She's not talking again. Okay.
Yes, I'm here. Sorry, my son poured water all over himself, but he's fine now.
Your son was disturbing
Hope
us.
no hot water, sha.
Yeah, boy. You. Oh, yeah, I'll deal with you privately. Okay, sir. So what I wanted to talk about is these. I think the first module would have been to like train us on how we can survive without sleeping.
Why are you not sleeping?
sometimes
Wonder.
it's sometimes it's trying out things, other times it's thinking about how to try out things.
Okay. Well, you are speaking to the wrong person. I had this people.
Okay. Okay, so I'm right then.
Your body system would adapt. The body is a strong machine to adapt eventually. But try and sleep. Try and be sleeping.
Yes.
At least 7 hours.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
I
do
can
both.
survive on 1 hour, 2 hours sleep every day.
Sorry,
But
I mean,
for Friday, Saturday, is it Friday nights? I always sleep till maybe 11 a.m. on Saturday morning. But structure your time in a way that you have to sleep. Well, normally, if okay, you guys have not even started freelancing. When you start freelancing, you will know because sometimes your clients will not even they are not the part of the world where they are in. Your daytime is their night. Their night is your daytime. Their daytime is your night. So when they have time for meetings and all those stuff, it's actually at night.
Yes, I get.
So what do we do? And then you also have your own personal projects you are working on and everything. But you get used to it and it's fun. There's a thrill in it.
Wow. So may I see the fun part
It's
of it
fun.
very soon? May I see the fun part of it very soon?
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
actually,
By the time we're going to start,
that thing.
nobody is joining this meeting. We're supposed to start our capstone project today, but we had to beg them that let's start next week because we feel that we've not yet passed. Some of us have not yet passed the information down properly. And so we're going to be working on a project, and that's why I need all of us here so that we'll start talking about what to do about it.
Sir, please, hello, sir. Sir, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I'm trying to register it. Yeah, they are asking for.
I'm here.
Mailing country. I'm using Nigeria.
Coach.
Sorry, I didn't get you. What did you say?
I want to use US.
They're asking for mailing country or region. So I'm going to put Nigeria.
Who is asking for it?
Like, I mean, one of the options. I'm registering for the cybersecurity certification exam that you said.
Okay. They're asking for what? What country?
Mail, like mailing country. So I'm going to put Nigeria here.
You put Nigeria now. Yeah.
This place that they said primary certificate of interest. I'm seeing certified in cybersecurity. I'm seeing information security, like security.
He's certified in cybersecurity, CC.
Okay. Okay. ISC colleague. Okay, no problem, sir. Are you a member? No. So they're asking for zip code, though. I don't know, Jensen.
Is 450211. That's about zip code.
Am I in Aba or Eket?
Okay, so that's for your zip code, sir.
Let me change it to Aba now. 450211. I've changed it to. I've changed my distance to Eket. This is not selecting now. Certified in cybersecurity. And it's like you need a laptop to do this because.
Wait, is it your phone you're using to do it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But it's the browser on your phone you're using?
Yes, I'm using desktop. I have to put it in desktop mode.
Okay. Okay, we need to start this class. So, meanwhile, all right. We need to start this class soon. Nobody is joining. And this is my major fear. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'm going to share my screen there. We'll start. All right. Please also confirm if you can see my screen.
Yes, sir.
All right. Oh. Yeah. So first things first. So remember I said we're going to be doing a capstone project. We're going to be doing it for government of Abia State. Now, what's happening to my system today? It's just, all right. Now, the project we're going to be doing, we're going to work on it in about 4 weeks, start to finish, right? And we have different milestones, right? So everybody in the ThriveAbia training is going to be involved in it. For us in cybersecurity, we're working as a group, as a team, right? Now, this is going to give us exposure for actual hands-on experience, right, in a real-life scenario, and also working with a team and using some tools that is used for collaboration and teamwork. All right. So for this project, we'll be working with other team members in ThriveAbia. Some will be doing design, some will be doing social media marketing, we will be doing security, some will be doing AI, some will be doing automation, some will be doing data analytics and all that. Now, the whole concept of the application, I've explained this to us before. In our instructors meeting today, they gave us a breakdown of each milestone that we're going to be expected to deliver weekly. Now, when you're working in a team, you have to meet up with deadlines, right? If you tell you have this to bring this week, remember your inputs may be your output may be the input of another team or another team member. So you have to meet up with that deadline, or else the project stalls. All right, we're building at the same time, at the same pace. So if you slow us down in any way, you are slowing, or if you slow down anything you are doing in any way, you are slowing the whole process. Now that's one. Number two, I need all of us to show up for this project. All right. So it's not we're having so have 6 people, I think, in this cohort or in this training. Only 4 are actively showing up, right? And so we need everybody to show up. We need everybody's inputs. Now, working in cybersecurity is good that you see things from different people's angles. You sit down and discuss certain issues, certain solutions that you have to work on. You have to come up with, right? So, having said that, let me see if my Trello is up. Now, do you guys know what Trello is?
No, sir.
Okay, so Trello is used by development team or project management team to track progress of the project. All right, so you put in milestones, you put in deliverables. As you're achieving them, you are ticking them. The milestones are broken down into different smaller units. And then you have timelines that you have to meet up with these projects or these milestones. All right, so we've broken down the whole capstone project into milestones for each. What is happening? Why is my system so slow? See, I can't do anything. We've broken down different milestones for each team. I'll be coordinating the cybersecurity team. Now, I am just coordinating and making sure you're on the right track. I will not be doing the work, right? You guys will be doing, like, even if I have to do a little bit of it, where there are blockers and all that, but you guys should at least do 95% of the work, all right? And so my job is to coordinate the team, right? And make sure that you are meeting up with your deadlines, all right? So Trello is a solution that handles that. Now, I don't understand what's happening. You can hear me well, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I can hear you.
Why is the website not open? I have the app on my phone, but I can't demonstrate with my phone. Website's not open. This one is still. I won't be able to log on yet. That's the problem. The issue with Google. Like issues with Google. Where is it logging? I'm logging it. Calm down here. Okay, look at it. Okay. So just a wee minute and should come up. Okay, so my system is acting from. Okay, this is not funny anymore. All right. So while that's loading, if it's going to agree to load. So we're going to make a very simple application and then have some integration between that application and WhatsApp and what's the name? Instagram. Now, Emmanuel, did you look out that Ziba that I told you of on Saturday? Hello, Emmanuel. When are you with us? Oh, he's not here. Okay.
Hello, sir. I didn't hear you. You said something about.
Emmanuel, I was asking about Emmanuel, but I see that. Okay, he's back. Yeah, Emmanuel, I was saying, did you look up that document, sorry, the app for WhatsApp for Zenith Bank, Ziba?
Okay, no, sir, I've not. Sorry, I've been busy this morning. Like I traveled back to where I am staying. Just came back this night. Like I've not.
Okay.
Sorry, sir.
No
I'll do
problem.
it. I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow.
So look at it, and so you have an understanding of what we're trying to do. So we're going to have a very lightweight application, right? And then the application would, sorry, the application would also connect it with WhatsApp and Instagram API. Now, the way it works is that on that our lightweight application, we'll register vendors, all right? So vendors, people that are selling shoes or leather, will register them. I will verify them, and then, of course, part of the registration process, they give us maybe their WhatsApp number or their Instagram account name, or I don't know how Instagram operates. I'm not on Instagram, but it should be like Instagram contact, right? So the what do you call these guys? The social media marketing guys would handle that one. Digital marketing guys would, push sales or push not sales, push adverts, like advertise their products properly on Instagram, on WhatsApp, on Facebook, and then generate leads from there that will come back to our that can now reach the client, the vendor on his WhatsApp and then make purchase. All right. So our application will be integrating with WhatsApp and Instagram, where the client showcases products. And then after discussing price and all that, the application handles orders, and I don't know whether it's going to handle deliveries, but they will let us know. There's also payments too. So after the customer makes payments, it's verified on the platform, and then it is being submitted. Now, Ziva, the way Ziva works, it's a WhatsApp number, right? It's a WhatsApp number by Zenith Bank. So you just chat the WhatsApp number, and then you can do your banking transactions on that WhatsApp number. Not just transfer money, you can check your balance, you can buy airtime. The same thing you can do with your mobile application. All right, you can block your cards, you can block your account if there's any fraud on it and all that. And then it uses PIN, the same way your mobile application uses PIN. All right. So you are just chatting Ziba. They call it the chat bot, right? They call it Ziba. So you're just chatting Ziba. Ziba, where it needs to collect information from you because of the limitation of WhatsApp, it goes to there's a small lightweight application. That's why I say you should check out Ziba. So we're going to be doing something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So this Ziba, is it like, I think I've seen that in UBA, they call them their own, either Zue.
I don't know UBA
Also,
zone. I only know Zenith.
it's also a WhatsApp.
Are you not
Okay,
learning
like,
stuff?
okay, how,
So it's like WhatsApp banking. And then
WhatsApp
when you get to a point, like you are chatting with Ziba, when you get to the point where you want to now consummate your transfer, it will take you to a Zenith Bank page, like application, where you put your PIN. Then it will authorize it and then take you back to Ziba and do the transfer. I tried using it to check my balance. I didn't use it to do any transfer, but I use it to check my balance. So you just register. If you've not had it before, you register at the registration phase. That's where you create your PIN. You use your token or your BVN to register, and then is it token or your token to register, and you can use, there's another form of registration, whether BVN or ATM card or something like that. I don't know, I can't remember. All right, so this is Kanban. Sorry, this is Trello rather. You can see each team have their deliverables. Now this is the deliverables for the whole project, right? This is what we need to achieve each week. Okay. But this to-do will be run by Martin, so let's not worry too much about this. What I want us to look at is the one for cybersecurity. I normally get confused when I see too many things folded up like this. So, okay, so this is cybersecurity. Now you can see this is our first deliverable for next week. Threat modeling and security requirements. All right, so this is what we're going to be doing. So I expect us to take this back and start working on it from today. Yeah, I expected to deliver this by next week, Thursday. The test, but if you can deliver it before then, we'll just tick it as complete, right? And then each team has this one. You can see the color code is different for each team. All right. We're also going to be doing role-based access control. We're going to design the identity and access management of this application. So who should have access to which part of the application, we decide with our role-based access matrix. All right. We're also going to design the vendor verification workflow. Now, something they did not put here, which is part of our deliverables too, is that we're supposed to be looking at the application security, right? Both application security and data security. So we'll be working with the DevOps, I think, the DevOps team for that. I will get Martins to put that in. Let's see. Yes, DevOps, they'll be doing a lot because they're the ones that will be doing the programming aspect of it and even the hosting. So this tech stack, this is where I think it's them and UI UX. So working with the two of them to make sure that the application is secure from the beginning. And then at the end also, we'll be doing testing on the final application. All right. Do we have any question on this? Do you have any question on this?
Please, sir, can we understand more what is expected of us? Like, bring up each deliverable and break it down to work so that
yes, so I'm going to explain each deliverable as the week goes on. So I'll start with the first one. Okay, this is cybersecurity here. Now, we're doing threat model and security requirements. We know our threat model, right? I would also suggest, apart from doing a threat model, we should also do a risk analysis. So sorry, the guys that came up with this, they are not cybersecurity guys, so we will not work with their limitations. Make sure that we design a very secure application. So we're going to do our threat modeling and our risk analysis. Now remember your threat model. You have to decide what could be or who could be a threat to this application. State it out so that by the time we're doing our risk analysis, we'll be able to combat those threats. Remember, your threats form a part in our risk analysis. They have a column, right? So by doing threat modeling, what could be the threat application? Of course, one of the risks that I know for certain that we really, really have to look out for is third-party risk, right? Your API risk, because the API will be owned by WhatsApp, will be owned by Instagram. Whatever security flaw or vulnerability that API has, as long as we integrate that API into our own environment, it comes in with that same flaw. All right, that's the reason why people are scared of this remitter issue right now, because a lot of organizations use them. Even you as an individual, I'm sure in the last 6 months, you've had to use remitter at least once. Same with the issue of CSC. CSC has been hacked recently too, right? So we want to look at the API we're working with, make sure it's secure, look at the middleware. That's the DevOps team would have meetings with the DevOps team to know what middleware they are using. Like your middleware is is like the middleman that connects your API with your own application. Now, your middleware is like, when you want to do your transfer, your bank transfer from one bank to another, you can't transfer directly. You need NIPS. NIPS is the Nigerian system owned by federal government anyway. They are the ones that your transfer will go to NIPS, then NIPS will send it to the proper bank. But all these things happen in less than 5-10 seconds. All right. So you may not really notice it happening. So your middleware is like the middleman connecting both applications. Now, that's for the threat modeling and the risk. Remember our threat modeling class, right? So we have to bring out the threats to this application. So you go and do your research, you look at the application you are working with and bring out the threats. Another threat that we can have to this application could be something like insecure coding, bad configuration. There are a whole lot of threats you have to put, and those threats will form a column in your risk management, and then you do your risk assessments. So I'll be expecting your risk assessment. I would prefer if we work ahead of the team so that we would always meet with our timelines. Now, you can see this many number of teams working on the same project. So it will not make any sense if your work is delaying anybody's own, right? So please, let's take it serious. They are still adding things here. So we have these deliverables, and then we have to do them. Now, I'm not even so sure the way it is arranged. So is this weekly or is this for 1 week? I'm beginning to think that this is for 1 week, but I will get back to you. All right. So once you are done with anyone, you pass it through me. I'll look at it. If it needs any improvement, we'll improve on it together, and then we would mark it as complete. Please, let's work with our WhatsApp group. We have a WhatsApp group for the cybersecurity team. Please, I expect that group to be very active on this starting from tomorrow, right? Starting from tomorrow. All right. Any other question? Oluebube and Mr. Wright. Now, another thing, please, for those that are not here right now, send this message to them, let them know of what we're discussing. And please, we all have to work in a team. I don't want a situation where one person is very active on this, another one is just having that lackluster behavior. I know you always have people like that in a team, even in the workplace, you always have people like that. But to be honest with you, in the workplace, there are ways of, filtering them out and giving them the boot. All right. Nobody is willing to be paying you salaries for you to be hanging on someone else's back. All right. So also in this scenario, we want everybody to be involved. This is the only way you can. You can see these are ways you can, boost your experience level, right? You are learning, you are also improving in experience. Now, I have discussed with the management of Curate that you guys are, of course, a lot of us are new on this, right? We don't even know what Trello is, right? Those that have actively worked in groups, programming groups, project management groups, this is a normal thing for us, right? All the work I've been doing so far since I joined cybersecurity, I've been working in teams, right, with different people. The last place I even worked, or the current place I'm working, is it's they develop cybersecurity solutions, right? So I work with the same people you are having here, right? The same people with this background, right? I work with them. So when we're talking about, we do our meetings every day, and then we give our deliverables for yesterday. We submit it today. We get a new one to do today that we'll discuss tomorrow morning. So we start every day with a meeting, a 1-hour meeting, but the meeting is actually 30 minutes, right? So we'll be having sprint meetings as well between me and you guys. I will be having sprint meetings with the instructors, like the organizers and those organizing the whole project thing. So my sprint feedback meeting with instructors is what I'll pull down to you guys, and then I also take your feedback back to them. So I'm like a middleman here, but believe me, you guys will be doing almost all the work, right? Even when you meet strong blockers, it is still normal in the project, right? I would only just show you, point you out ways where you can solve it out, or I can even keep quiet. Now it's like that's also in the real life scenario. I remember we did an application, a solution, a cybersecurity solution that monitors and actively tracks devices, like company devices, phones, laptops, and all that they give out to employees. And we needed to test it. We tested it. It was working fine. Like we did a demo with the client. It worked fine and everything. And the client said, wait, I'm going to Computer Village today. Let's meet at Computer Village. Our guys there would also try their hands on it and see if they can bypass it. And funny enough, the guys in Computer Village, I don't know the magic they did though. System that was securely locked using cybersecurity algorithms, what they call it, cryptographic algorithms. They bypassed it and they were able to what they call this thing, format the device, because what we're working on was to stop a device from being formatted. So if you steal a phone, you can't use that phone. We can remotely lock it. So you can't like format the phone and sell it or something. It will be useless to you, right? So they found a backdoor in and they did all that. So we went back to our drawing board. So I expect that we will have obstacles, all right? That's just me saying, I expect we will have obstacles. In short, that day was embarrassing because the client was laughing at us. We also had to start laughing at ourselves, right? But we sorted it out after like a week and everything was working fine. All right, so any questions on this?
No, sir.
All right, so we're going to start by tomorrow, please. And this is our deliverable. Where is it? So I'll create okay, we already have our WhatsApp group, so we can, have our interactions there. I'll be monitoring any changes here and then letting us know. Unfortunately, this Trello, although it can work with very large teams, but it costs quite a lot of money. So that's why they broke us down and said, look, only the instructors should be handling the part of Trello where they need to handle, right? So I want us to do a threat modeling and also security requirements. So your security requirements is what you are going to be doing to secure, or what security features this project or this application should have, right? What security features it should have. If we can take it a step further by doing a cost implication as well. All right. So they just let us know the security features. You don't need to worry about cost implication, right? So we'll do our threat modeling, security requirements, and I want that by tomorrow. And after we have that, we can now go ahead and do a risk assessment. Is that fine? Is there anything here that we feel we don't understand for this first one?
Please, the security requirements, I didn't really get you.
So when you're talking about security requirements, we're talking about what security features this application that we are doing needs to have, right? The application that we're going to be designing. I've given us the brief on what the application does, right? So what security features should it have, right? So you'll have to let us know. And then we'll now, apart from doing the requirements, we would also be involved in implementing those security features, but that's not for now. That will be for later. All right. So let's do our threat model and our security requirements. So an example of the security requirements, first of all, will be something like you need to have role-based access control. You need to use two-factor authentication for logging. Encryption should be implemented both in transit and at rest. You need to have data. Now, I don't need to say everything for you guys now. Which one will you not do for yourself? Right? So those are the security features. Cybersecurity involves a lot of research, right? I don't know if I've told you all this before, but I don't think I emphasized it a lot. It's more, if you do very good research, implementation is very simple. But if your research and your findings is not well brought out, by the time you're implementing, you start meeting some issues that normally should not be issues. All right, so let's do our research. Let's think of our application. Yeah, it's good to use AI, but also think outside the box as well. Like look critically at the application that you want to design. No two applications are the same, even if they are practically doing almost the same thing, but intrinsic, they are not the same. All right, so let's work on this. Let me see those that are here now. I thought I saw Ugochukwu. Okay, Ugochukwu is here now. I thought I saw someone else. Ugochukwu, I'm sure, yeah, did you catch all what we've been saying on this capstone project? Hello, Ugochukwu, did you hear me? Okay. I don't think Ugochukwu is fully with us. So, I'm sure we don't have any other question, right? Do we still have any question on this?
No, sir.
Okay, please, at any time you have questions, just do well to ask on the WhatsApp group. This thing I brought up here now, I cannot remove it again. Voila. Okay. All right. So any other thing, we'll discuss it on the WhatsApp. Now, today was supposed to start a new module. But I still have identity and access management to discuss in our what's it called? In our cloud computing and virtualization. I've not yet gotten that access. So at any time when I have that access, I will go back and do that. It shouldn't take more than 10-15 minutes to explain. All right. So today we're going to be doing a 2-in-1 topic, cryptography and web vulnerabilities. Right. So we're going to start with cryptography, right? Before we start with cryptography, or before we learn what cryptography is, it's actually a very big deal in cybersecurity. It's so big in cybersecurity that almost everything you are doing in cybersecurity, cryptography is involved, right? But the good thing about it is that we've kind of been able to get to a point where almost everything about cryptography is automated. So you just configure it and implement it, and it starts running underground. You don't need to do anything about it again. But of course, if you are doing audits, you have to check that your cryptography is working. You have to check your cryptography keys and all that. Now, remember I said we are doing a 2-in-1 topic. So we'll also talk about web vulnerabilities. That's the weaknesses, the weaknesses that you see on web applications. Now, for web vulnerabilities, you know that the web is a space where a lot of individuals come to, to connect, to, trade, to do a lot of things, businesses, to pass information, to do adverts and all that. A lot of things digital take place on the web. So it is only proper that you see that a lot of attacks are also orchestrated on the web. Now we're looking at ways to we'll be looking at these attacks and also ways to curb these attacks or to mitigate these attacks. Now, what is the expectations for this module? We'll learn the difference between, or we'll understand first what is encryption and decryption. We'll learn the difference between encryption and decryption. We would also learn the types of encryption. So we have the symmetric and the asymmetric encryption. There are differences as well. We'll get to know how to use encryption to secure data, right? Both in transit and at rest. I'm sure we know what data in transit and what data at rest is right now at the moment. Do we know that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When we're talking of data at rest, it means data stored somewhere, maybe in your database, maybe in on the hard drive, an external hard drive, or flash drive. It is at rest. When we're saying data in transit, it's data that is traveling over a network. So at the point where you are sending an email, the time that the email leaves your mailbox to get to the other person's email box, it's in transit. If you are sending a file from your server to another server, it's in transit, right? At any time, whether data is in transit or is at rest, you need to apply some form of cryptography on it. All right. So cryptography and security, they go hand in hand. All right. We would also, for the web vulnerabilities, we'll know the different types of web vulnerabilities and how they impact business operations. We'll learn about OWASP Top 10. OWASP is a non-profit organization that do cybersecurity research, particularly on web vulnerabilities, and then they publish their results every 4 years. So they use 4 years to gather data, do the analysis, and then publish their results. All right. They are like a well-known authority when it comes to web vulnerabilities in the field of cybersecurity. Okay. We'll learn about the client and the server-side attacks. and how they can be exploited. We would also gain hands-on experience, of course, in various kinds of SQL web attacks. All right. Some of them include SQL injection, cross-site scripting, cross-site reference forgery, parameter tampering, and all that. All right. Also, we'll also learn best practices to secure the web or web applications. So not just websites, also web applications. All right. Now, before we go in, my organization has been a victim of a cyber attack where the attackers exploited a web vulnerability using SQL injection. All right. And I know what it took for us. It was a successful attack. We lost money, but thank God the money was not too much because we had other features or other things in place to help protect the system as well. Right, and we had very good reporting tool in place as well. So how much did we lose then? 800,000 naira. Until now, we've not recovered it. But we could track down, I personally tracked down the attackers, got their pictures, their BVN, their house address, everything, phone numbers and everything. But Nigerian police, at the end of the day, they're wanting us to use far more than the money that those attackers went away to go and get them. We know their location, we know everything. They're saying that for them to go there, pay transport, pay hotel, they stay in the hotel, then they will go and pick them and then transport them back. Well, let's just forget that. So the point I'm making is that at the end of the day, the cost of getting those guys to face the law was far more than what they actually stole. So we just dropped the matter. And now dropping that matter means that you're encouraging them to go back and continue their activities without any form of regret or any form of punishment. All right, so let's go in. What's cryptography? Cryptography is any way you use to secure communication. All right, from unauthorized access. Now, if you look at the CIA triad, you will see that the C in the CIA triad is for what? What's the C for?
Confidentiality.
Yeah, and confidentiality means that you are protecting data from unauthorized access. Now, if you look at what we said about cryptography, you see that cryptography is also working to meet with the confidentiality part of the CIA triad. All right, so it's protecting data from unauthorized access by totally converting it into an unreadable format. So if someone shouldn't have access to it by any means, he will not understand the data because it's unreadable. It's not in any language that is understandable by any individual. All right, so that's what cryptography is for. And the way cryptography works, there are different things that make up cryptography. So people believe that when you're talking about cryptography, you're talking about only encryption. No, you're also talking about encryption, decryption. You're talking about hashing, digital certificates, right? Hashing is not even for meeting the confidentiality part of the CIA triad. It works strictly with the integrity part. So if you're talking about cryptography, you see that both confidentiality and integrity, it covers it because hashing is also a part of cryptography. All right, so now when you're talking of cryptography, the main purpose is that it ensures confidentiality, integrity, and authenticity. All right, that data is private to you that owns it, and then only someone who wants to share that data with that would have access to it. Now, when we're talking about cryptography, it has been in existence since around the beginning of time, the beginning of human beings, right? Because there was always need for information to be held secret and only shared with only certain individuals. So even in the medieval times, where you had wars going on, You had generals that don't want their information about troop movements to be leaked out. They use some form of cryptographic means. Now, the only difference between then and now is that, sorry, someone is making noise here. Hold on. Guys. All right, sorry, guys. So the only difference between the kind of cryptography used then and now is that it is more advanced, it's more complex. So it is used everywhere. It is used in warfare, in the war between US and Iran. US may be leading when it comes to actual destruction, actual war fighting, right? But when it comes to cyber attacks, Iran has dealt with US seriously, right? Seriously, even Israel. So, and then of course, I always knew that because Iran now has one of the best teams of hackers in the world. There are some countries that when you talk about hacking, yeah, they are known for it. Iran, there's a country that is not so popular, Albania, right? They have very good hacking teams. All right, China does too, right? Russia as well. Okay, so I digressed a bit, so let's come back on track. All right, so when talking of cryptography, it's been in existence since the beginning of time. The only difference is that it gets more advanced as technology is advancing. All right. Even in wars, there's a part of the war that has to do that you have to implement cryptography. Your missile systems, your drones, and the rest, they have to encrypt all their networks. They have to encrypt everything involved with it so that it doesn't fall into the hands of the enemy, and then the enemy will be able to deal it. In World War II, the Second World War, actually, it was even in the First World War, Germany developed a device that they use for communication, right? They used it effectively in the First World War, but by the Second World War, it was cracked, and they did not know. And then there are people that believe that because that device was cracked, that's why the war went in favor of the Allies. That is the British, US, France, and right. So without that device being cracked, maybe Germany would have had the upper hand in that war, and history today would have been different. All right. So you see that cryptography is something that is seriously used. Okay. So when we're talking of cryptography, we're not talking of only encryption. Now, what are the objectives of cryptography? First of all, the confidentiality is there, right? So it helps to prevent unauthorized access. Now, I told you that underground, you have cryptography working everywhere. On this meeting we are in, cryptography is working there, right? So someone can just come from outside and, hijack our meeting or join our meeting without having the proper meeting details or login details, all right? Your emails, you have cryptography. Even WhatsApp, you have cryptography involved in it. Your browser, your websites, you have encryption, cryptography involved in it. Almost everything you are doing, right? There's cryptography involved in it. Even the connection between your computing systems, the internet connection, your router and your system at home, connecting to your to the internet. There's cryptography involved. Someone that doesn't have your password, even though he sees your Wi-Fi, he can't connect to it. All right. So that's for confidentiality. So it helps to prevent unauthorized access to data. For integrity, of course, we understand what integrity is in the CIA triad. Cryptography also ensures that data is not altered during transmission or at rest. Now, we have what we call hashing, right? Hashing is what hashing does is that it checks the integrity of data. So it checks to make sure that data has not been altered. All right. Hashing is what makes sure that you can use hashing to check if a data has been tampered with or not. So like when you're doing backups, maybe you're backing up your data to a particular, let's say, storage device, you can hash it, all right, such that if that data has been altered, running that hash again, it will let you know that, yes, the hash will not be the same. So by that way, you know that it has been altered. Also, you can also encrypt data that you store, backup data as well, right? To enable it to not to fall victim to unauthorized access. All right. Another thing that cryptography does for you is authentication. So by using cryptography, you can also verify the identity of users, right? Who has accessed data or who should access data, all right? The final thing cryptography does, it helps with non-repudiation. So non-repudiation it simply means that, well, nothing is simple. Non-repudiation means that you cannot deny your actions. All right. So if you access certain data, you access certain area of the network, you can't come back and deny and say, I did not access it. So with cryptography, it helps to implement non-repudiation or non-denial of actions taken by individuals. All right. Cryptography is a broad term, so it covers encryption, decryption, digital certificates, hashing, so many other things, all right? Digital signatures and all that. So what is encryption? All right. Encryption is a way of converting readable text into an unreadable text and then using a key. All right. So if you are converting readable text, which is your plain text, it's also called plain text, into an unreadable text, which is called ciphertext. All right. So after you carry out encryption on a plain text to convert it to a ciphertext, and the way you do that is by using an encryption algorithm and a key. So use a key to encrypt data, and then you use either that same key or another key to decrypt the data. All right, so that's what encryption is. Now, for you to be able to access that data in its original form, you need the decryption key. All right, so decryption is a process that reverses encryption. So after encrypting a text from plain text to ciphertext, you need to decrypt it back from ciphertext to plain text. That action will be done by the recipient of that data, so you'll be able to read it. So you can see this diagram here. Bob wants to send this message to Alice. He wants to send hello Alice to Alice. Bob will encrypt that message using a key. And then this is the ciphertext. So this is the plain text, this is the ciphertext. And when Alex gets it, Alex will decrypt it using that same key or another, or okay, this is asymmetric encryption. So Alice will decrypt it using a key and then gets to read the message. All right. That's how encryption and decryption works. All right. Did we get that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we have different kinds of encryption and decryption. There are two main types or two types of encryption and decryption. We have the symmetric encryption and then the asymmetric encryption. All right. I'm not going to really be doing demos because encryption now that's gotten to the point where it just works, right? It works under the hood. The best you will do is just to set the keys and all that. Then it does what it needs to do. All right. So we have the symmetric encryption. The symmetric encryption is where you use the same key to encrypt a message and that same key to decrypt that message. So in the example that we're doing before, Bob wants to send a message to Alice. He uses an encryption key to encrypt the message and then sends that encryption key, that key used to Alice. and then Alice will use that key to decrypt the message to read. So it's the same key that encrypts that decrypts. All right. So the same key that opens the door that also locks the door. All right. That's encryption and decryption. Now, there's been a process of encryption and decryption. For knowledge sake, the most used encryption algorithm is called AES, which is an advanced encryption standard. And then there's a way we also measure encryption strengths or key strengths, or they also call it key lengths. All right. The strength of a key is the how complex, determines how complex the encryption will be, right? The more complex the encryption, the more harder it is to reinforce it or force decryption without the key. The more longer you take. All right. Now we have the older encryption algorithms like DES, triple DES. DES is short for data encryption standard. So we have DES, triple DES, and AES. But AES is the most widely used symmetric encryption right now. All right. So it's very common for you to see people using AES in their organization. Now, for the key size or the key length or the key strengths, the higher the number, the more complex the key, the more complex the encryption, right? Or the higher the number, the stronger the key, the more complex the encryption. So AES 128 has a lesser complexity than 192 or 256, but any of them is fine. Now you might be wondering, why should I use AES 128 when I can use AES 256, right? It's easy. AES 128 will use less resources. So the higher your encryption key, the more system resources you are using to do encryption and decryption. Remember I said it works underground. All right. So if you are using too high, you might be losing you might be using too much resources, and it may have an adverse effect on your environment. So you might notice that things will slow down or things will grind to a halt because too much resources is being used. Now, having said that, in selecting encryption key size, you also have to make sure you don't select something too low. That is where it cannot easily be brute forced. All right. Now, from research and current standard right now, anything below 112 bit strength. Encryption is measured in bits, so that's standard unit of measurement. So anything below 112 bits, that encryption algorithm is risky. It can be easy, it can be cracked easily, right? So, but for 128, it's fine. Now, the way encryption works, it works exponentially. So if you are using, let's say, AES 112, and then you make it AES 113, that's one space difference. It's an exponential one. The complexity is also exponentially more advanced. All right. So in practice, you have most people using AES 256. All right. So that's for the symmetric encryption. You have the same key doing the encryption and decryption. Now you see that this brought a challenge where how to send the key securely to the recipients without it being intercepted. Remember, anybody that has your key can both encrypt and decrypt your messages. Right? So if you want to send this key to maybe from Bob to Alice, how do you securely send it before you start sending messages? Right? It became an issue. So because of that limitation, we came up with another kind of encryption called the asymmetric encryption. So the way the asymmetric encryption works, you use one key to encrypt data, and then use another key to decrypt data. So it's not the same key used for both encryption and decryption. You have two keys, one for encryption, the other for decryption. So the keys are called private and public key. All right. So you use your private key for decryption, and then use your public key for encryption. Public key can only be used for encryption. So because of that, you can display your public key anyhow. You can put it on a billboard. If I steal your public key, I can't decrypt your messages. I can only encrypt messages meant for you, right? I can only use it to encrypt messages meant for you. I can't use it to encrypt messages meant for someone else, because it's only messages that are encrypted with your public key that you can decrypt with your private key. All right, so in this example here, if Bob wants to send a message to Alice, he has to first send his public key to Alice. Alice will send her own public key to Bob. Remember, both of them's private key stays with them. It's not even displayed, it's hidden. All right, so once you have each other's public key, Bob will encrypt the message with Alice's private key because he's sending it to her. So her private key that she sent to him, he will use it to encrypt the message and send to her. Anybody that intercepts this message while it's in transit cannot decrypt it because Alice's private key is with her. She doesn't send it out or send it across any network. So once Alice gets it, she will decrypt it using her private key. All right. And then if Alice wants to reply, she would encrypt the reply with Bob's public key and send to him. And then Bob will decrypt it using his private key. So this helped asymmetric key encryption to be more popular than symmetric key encryption. Now, I'm not saying that symmetric key encryption is still very much in use, right? And but asymmetric key encryption has certain advantages over it. All right. One of the popular asymmetric key encryption in play today is called ROSA, reversed Shani and Alderman. So you can see them using ROSA 256. There's up to 3072 now, Seth. Right? So you have 256, 51, 12, 1024, and so on. You have up to 3072, 2048, and 3072. So the higher it goes, the more complex and the more studied that encryption algorithm is. All right, so when you are looking at encryption and then you're seeing ROSA, you're seeing different things, you know what it is. Let's see if you can see the Zoom, not Zoom, Teams encryption. So encryption status here. Can we see my screen? I'm on the Teams.
Yes, sir.
If it was Zoom, I'm able to see. Am I able to see for Zoom? I think so. I think I've seen Zoom before. Okay, sorry, they're coming out though. Well, we can't see this for Teams. But let's see if we can see for Google. So this is Google. Yeah, this is Trello. Let's see if we can see Trello zone. Connection is secure. This is the data certificates. Somewhere here. Hold on, I'll find it now. So subject public key algorithm. You see, they're using RSA encryption. And then this is their public key. 248 bits. 2048 bits. 2048 rather. And then this is the public key. Now your public key, of course, it can be shared anywhere because nobody can use it, only to encrypt message with you. So my interaction with Trello, this is their public key. This is the public key algorithm and the public key certificate. So they're using RSA 2048. Let's check for Google. I know Google uses is it ellipses or something like that. They have their own public key algorithm they use, developed by them, I think. Eclipse or something like that. So let's check it out. Okay, so their public key algorithm. Yeah, elliptic curve public key. That's the one they use. It was sounding like Eclipse. I thought it was Eclipse. And then this is the public key value. This is it here. Right? Let's read about the elliptic. Is it elliptic or ecliptic? Yes, something I forgot to mention is that cryptography, those that create all these cryptographic algorithms, their background is always in mathematics, right? So encryption is actually a very complex mathematical formula, right? So don't be surprised if you see it talking about things that are relating to mathematics or algebra. Yeah, you can see this one is talking about algebra. I thought this was developed by Google. I don't know. I thought it was, but I'm not seeing any mention of Google yet. Anyways, back to what we were doing. Let's track. All right. So the advantage of asymmetric key encryption is that you don't need to worry about your exchanging keys securely, right? It's only your public key you exchange, and you can even post it on a billboard. It doesn't matter because nobody can use it to decrypt. They can use it to encrypt. And an attacker is not looking for how to encrypt. He's looking for how to decrypt what has been encrypted. All right. So now the difference between the two, of course, symmetric key encryption is actually faster because you have one key doing everything, both the encrypting and decrypting. But asymmetric key is slower but more secure. All right. So if you are going to be working with very large amount of data, it's good to use symmetric key encryption. All right. So the asymmetric key is more secure in the sense that your private key does not get transferred anywhere, does not go over any network, over the internet or something. It remains with you. And then your public key can be displayed anyhow. It doesn't really matter. All right, so in cybersecurity, you use cryptography for encryption. So in any interaction I'm having with Google now on this browser, it's going to be encrypted. Someone cannot just come and mess with it. All right, it's going to be an encrypted interaction. All right, encryption also helps to stop things like man-in-the-middle attack, in the sense that if you steal data in transit or you spoof it, it makes no sense to you because it will be gibberish. All right. So the use of cryptography in cybersecurity, of course, you need to encrypt data, both data in transit or at rest. You also need it for digital signature. All right. Your digital signature is just like your physical signature. You know, when you sign a document, it means that you are aware of it, you read it and all that. So your digital signature also helps to show that, yes, you are involved in particular activities or you are aware of particular activities because you have signed it. All right. Hashing protects data integrity. I've told you as well. When you introduce a hash to a particular file or particular application, it gives, sorry, this call is very important. All right, sorry. Lost track of thinking. Okay, what was I saying? Okay, so we're talking about encryption. We've talked about digital signatures. So we first talked about hashing, right? So yeah, so we've talked about digital signatures that it's like the same way you sign documents, right? So you can use a digital signature. It's like an encrypted signature. So once you use it, it can't be replicated. And it shows who you are, like, oh, this person has signed this document digitally. All right. For hashing, it protects that data integrity by, creating a unique hash. So a hash it looks somehow like an encrypted text, but it's not actually. So once you create a hash of a document or a file or whatever, once that document is altered, if you try and create a hash of it, it's different. It's not the same, right? So apart from hello, Shem. Yeah, I've seen it. I'll sort it out now. Yeah. All right. So apart from it doesn't if you change the content of that document or of that file or something, the hash will not remain the same. All right. So that's how you know it has been altered. Now your antiviruses, that's how they operate too. They check files and match them with there's a general antivirus repository online where all antivirus connects to, right? And then they check any hash that matches with the files that they are searching through your system. They convert it to hash. Anyone that matches, it shows it's a virus or a malware or something. All right. So hashing protects data integrity. Your data that you put in what's it called? your data that you put on your backup data now. Your backup data, you need to hash them to make sure that they've not been altered or they've not been changed. And then that's also how you know sometimes if there's been an attack or if data has been stolen or accessed, all right, or altered rather, not accessed. Okay, now also encryption is used in secure communication, all right? For example, your websites, all right? You see when I was checking Google's encryption now to make sure that there's secure communication between this browser and Google server, there is cryptography in place, all right? When you are using HTTPS in your URL, the S in HTTPS means secure HTTP, right? So that secure is encryption that secures it. Okay. Let me show. Yeah. So this is HTTPS. So it means that encryption is in place. All right. So moving on. So we've talked about hashing. A hash will create a unique fixed length of information. All right, it's called a hash. It's not encryption. And then encryption works with algorithm. So you have encryption algorithm. Hashing works with digest. All right. Let's even let me show us something about hashing. So see how it works. So you can hash a text, right, using a hash function, and it will give you a digest. So once that text is altered, the digest changes. All right. We have different hashing algorithm. The most popular ones, MD5, that's message digest. We have SHA, and then yeah, MD5, SHA. We have RIPE MD and so many others, but the most ones you will see is MD5 and SHA. All right. They all work fine, but these are the commonly used ones. Let me. Okay, I was going to open VirtualBox. This call that just came in just messed up my thought flow. Let me use Kali. Someone saying something.
Okay, so can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
So whenever there is an encryption and decryption, must there be a key, as you said?
Yes. Without a key, you can't encrypt or decrypt. There must be a key.
Okay. Okay, I've seen like WhatsApp messages where they write something like messages are being encrypted, but then the person's chatting, person's communicating, there's no key to decrypt. Like it's like WhatsApp is the one decrypting it, not with
Yeah, WhatsApp is
chatting.
creating it. Yeah, WhatsApp is creating it. Not necessarily WhatsApp on its own. Your device is creating that key and using that key. There's a key exchange, there's encryption and decryption, but it's an automated process. So you don't have to be directly involved in it. It just lets you know what is happening. The same thing with your websites. You can see I just showed us, I just opened this thing now. Seems slow down my system. I just showed us Google Zone. I showed us Trello Zone, right? So that's their own. Your system has its own too, right? So they would do that key exchange, and then the information now gets shared.
Okay.
It's this slow. Okay, so let me just slowness of this system is alarming. Why is Microsoft Teams using so much power on the system like this? It's too much. How will one application use over 1.2 gig of RAM? Just one application. Terminal is not open. Okay. All right. All right, so let me create a file now, for example. None. Okay, let's do this. right? Just save this to a file. Let's just call it all right, so I'll call it message.txt. All right. So let me hash this message. So I've created this message, I can cut it. Right. So this is the content. My name is Oise. Right. Now if I hash it, which hash should I? Let's use MD5. So MD5 sum. Let's do message.txt, right? And then let's save it to a file. So MD5 would calculate the hash on this command, MD5 sum, will calculate the hash on this file and save it to this file I want to put here. So let's just call it hash1, right? So txt. All right, so if I cut hash1, sorry, .txt, you can see this is the hash. And it's telling me that this is the file that it's hashed to get this. All right, so if I run that command again, MD5 sum message.txt, let me not save it. You see that the hash will still be the same, right? Now, let me change something in this file. So if I do MD5, sorry, let me nano it. All right, so this is the same file. I just want to edit it. So let's say I add full stop here. Or maybe let me just change this M to capital letter, right? Just that alone. And then I save it, right? If I run that hash again, you see that it will be different. You see that the hash has changed. You see that it's no more this. So that's how you do file integrity, right? You use hash to check. If I do MD5 sum -C, that -C means check. Is it -C? I need to check that command. Sorry, it's not this message. It's not this. Okay, let's run it again. Let's run a separate one. So let's do MD5 sum message do -C hash1.txt. Yeah, so you say this is how you check whether it matched or not. You can see it say that it failed because I've altered the text is no more the same with the original, right? So this -C, we check it. We check the hash to see whether the text has been changed or not. Now, all this, there are applications that do all this. You don't need to use, what's it called? You don't need to use your terminal to do it. The applications that you can implement even across your network that does all this and then helps you to check for file alterations and all that. All right. So that's the way hash works. for encryption, everything is done underground. I don't want to bother myself or bother you showing you how it works, but we have OpenSSL. OpenSSL is an application that comes with Linux and Ubuntu, right? All versions of Linux. You can see this OpenSSL is for AES, AES and sorry, not AES, what did I say? Symmetric algorithms, all right? So you have AES here, you have Camellia, test, triple test, they're all here, all right? We also have, it also has hash functions as well. So you can see SHA1, SHA3, SHA256, and all. MD5 is here as well. So it's here MD5 for the hashing. We also have GPG. That one is for the symmetric key algorithm. GPG, let's do manual bits. So this is the manual, right? This one does for a symmetric key algorithm, and it has a whole lot of them. There's somewhere it writes the algorithms, but the major one is RSA. There's somewhere it writes the algorithms it supports. No time to go through that now, but the major one it supports is RSA, right? That's short for reversed Shamiya Hardamon. Now, people that create that into cryptography, like create cryptographic algorithms, create hash functions, and the rest. Remember, I said that their background are always in mathematics. They also help in cracking all those things as well, right? Like the guy that cracked the German Bombay machine during World War II. What was his name? Alan Turing. He was a mathematician, all right? So those that go strictly into this field, they work with intelligence agencies, they work with security, all right? So you can see them working with like the FBI, the CIA, EFCC, and all that. So they have very good mathematical background, right? That helps them in both creating encryption algorithms and also cracking all these algorithms as well. So do we have any question on this? I just needed us to know what cryptography is all about, how it operates and all that. You would always need to ensure that it is properly configured and properly running on your environment, right? Always also check for the encryption key lengths to make sure that it's up to standard. And also the encryption algorithm used is also one that is up to standard as well. All right, we'll continue from web. We'll start with web vulnerabilities on Saturday, but I expect that tomorrow we start discussions on our WhatsApp for our deliverables on the milestone on the capstone project. For now, I don't know. I would have to chat Martins up to find out the name of the application we're designing. Yeah, they just called it ThriveAbia or something. But I'll chat him up to know that. Then please reach out to other members of this training for cybersecurity and make sure that they are all involved in this. All right. The weakest link here is the one that will break the whole application or the whole synergy of the operation. So you have to make sure that you're not the person. All right. So any question before we go?
No, sir.
All right, so let's have a nice day. Lakshmi, you just joined.
Yes, sir.
What happened now?
So I wanted to sleep around, like I slept around 5, hoping by 8 I will be up and be awake till the end of the class. But I slept off.
Hmm. You're enjoying, oh, so you can sleep by 5.
I am able to be awake till 10.
Oh, people should come and stay in Lagos. 5 o'clock, you are preparing.
Hello, sir. I can't hear you. Hello?
I said you have missed a lot, Lashmi. Apart from the class that you missed, we have a capstone project that we're starting to work on actively tomorrow. You guys will be the ones doing the work. I've already given the task for tomorrow, so please watch the video. Interact with your colleagues as well. They will bring you up to speed. All right.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Emmanuel, you've not sent me that network diagram.
Okay.
Were you able to register for the exam?
Yes, sir. I've registered, but I
Did you
just need
se-
to.
did you select the dates? Have you picked a date?
No, no, I've not gotten to that part. I'm in the last part. But I've
Okay.
submitted the
So
of
pick
the
a
last one. I need
date.
to. Yes,
Yeah.
I need to read. Yeah, they said to watch one video or something like that. So.
Okay. So pick a date. Pick a date on time, right? Because the deadline is May 20th. So pick a date closer to that May 20th. So you have enough time to prepare. But you don't need much to prepare anyway. Preparation for this exam should not take more than 1 week or 2 weeks. But I don't
But
know,
we
do we have
didn't.
it on 2 weeks? What did you
We
say?
didn't drop like material or guide, something like.
Yeah, so
Or is
on
it?
that website, there's a free training
Okay.
with video, like this interactive kind of training where you watch video, you answer questions, you read text and all that. Then at the end of each section, you do a quiz, maybe 10 questions. Then you move on. If you pass it, you move on like that. So it's there. I don't know whether someone was telling me he did not see it last time. Well, I think it's still there because at the link where the page I sent to you guys, I saw the free training link there.
Okay, so I'll check it out this night.
Yeah. So please keep me updated because Oluebube is saying that she cannot see where to pick exam dates and time from. Well, I suggest Oluebube use a laptop, right? So let's use the laptop for that. All right, guys. See you on WhatsApp.
Okay, so the PF sensors refused to install on my laptop.
Oh, the PF Sense. Are you ready now?
Yes, a minute. Let me log in with my laptop. Yeah. On Saturday, we complained to them that they should be giving us stipend for data. It's not easy.
They should be giving you what?
Stipend for data.
Ah, you guys are funny. They will train you free. They will give you free laptop. They will still give you data.
Now there's another one that the Abia State government organized. That one they give them everything.
They give them everything. They've given you everything already now. Which one is give me stipend for data?
Like they give them feeding, they feed them, give them data, laptop, everything for the 3 months.
If you are too comfortable, you will not learn well. You don't know. Discomfort brings out the best in you.
Well,
Discomfort comes with opportunities.
yeah, but then data is also a challenge.
What kind of data are you using? Let me give you tips on how to maximize your money for data.
Is it like the code I use?
I cannot hear you again.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me? Hello?
Your voice is very faint. Are you there? To put this attendance. Hello, Emmanuel. Are you still there?
Hello?
Okay, I can hear you now. So what were you saying?
Yeah, I was asking, is it like the code I use in some?
Your voice is very low. Are you far from your system or something?
I'm using earphone, that's why.
Okay, it's better now. So what were you saying?
Okay, I was asking, like, you're asking me how I sub. So I'm asking if it is like the code I use in buying data. Or
Which data are you
like
using?
what? MTN.
Okay. Which code do you use? Which data plan are you on?
I usually use this 121. Sometimes I buy 1 gig at, no, 2 gig at 500, but now they've increased it. They've removed that plan.
The only way you can enjoy data is when you buy a monthly plan and you buy it in bulk. So what I do minimum, the minimum I do is that's the 121. There's an option there where you see. Wait, so let me check. There's an option there where you see. I need to check. I need to see it to know.
Yeah, it's just too
Smart
much.
data. Then you select the 30 days zone. You select the 30 days zone, and then I think the cheapest I see here is 12,000 naira for 56 gig. I've never used it for 30 days though. The max I've used it for is like maybe like 15 or 20 days. I don't think I've used it up to 20 days.
Okay.
But that one works better than. By the time you're buying small like that, you end up spending far more.
Oh,
Then I also
hello.
have a backup. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Just that I was just looking for something I can do weekly, not up to like 12,000 now.
It's easy for everything now.
It will not
Easy
even,
for
that
everything
12,000 will not even last.
It
will not
will.
even-
It will. Because I have classes. I have classes almost every day. Apart from Sunday. I have classes every other day apart from Sunday. I have meetings. I'm working remotely right now. So I do a lot of meetings. Right? And I even download a lot of things. I watch videos on YouTube. And I still use up to, although I have another network I use I use Glow as well. But that Glo is like backup. So the budget for the month, I use like maybe like 30,000 on data monthly. But I'm not sure you will use up to that. Max you will use that 12,000 should cover you up to 1 month. It should cover you up to 1 month. Although I'm not on social media, so all those Instagram, Twitter, and the rest, I'm not there. I'm only on WhatsApp. So I know I don't consume data through that means as well. I'm only strictly on WhatsApp. I'm not on any other social media.
Okay, no problem, sir. I'll just
Yeah.
no problem, sir.
So while this is loading, let me see your WhatsApp. Shit. Your virtual box.
Okay, sir.
All right, let's see.
So please, did you just say you're not on any other social media apart from WhatsApp?
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, yeah.
What?
Okay.
What did you say?
So how do your clients find you?
Email now. WhatsApp. Which client again?
Well,
It's play, people play on the rest now.
they were
LinkedIn.
advising us to be active. Yeah, LinkedIn.
Although I'm not even
Let me
active
check.
on LinkedIn too. Oh yeah, show the screen, let me see.
The screen.
The PF sense, the one that is loading now.
Okay.
All right. Accept, enter. All right, install, enter. Enter. Wait, hold on.
Oh, oops.
It's okay, wait. Enter. So I think we'll skip one step. Okay, do down arrow. We're supposed to do this for the one as well, but no problem. Enter. Enter. Okay, so they are both active. Okay, enter. Install. Hope you are connected to the internet.
Yes, sir.
Proceed with installation. Enter. Yeah, so hold on. Press space bar. Okay, enter. Yes. What's the size of the hard drive you gave this firewall? No, not that one. I've seen it, 16 gig. It's fine. Show your what you're installing. Let's see. All right, okay. It's installing now. Did it get to here before?
Yes, I got to this. I even passed this stage. After they got to this, still not able to start something.
And you selected BSD for your.
Yeah, the same process we followed. I started the same.
It's going to take time to download all these things and install them.
But it didn't really take much time. Last time I was doing it, in like 2 minutes.
Eh.
And yeah.
So we can go a bit.
After coming late, what to do?
You can leave. Oh, we're done with the class.
Oh, all right.
We're done. Oh,
You
sorry.
came late, so you should not leave.
Lakshmi,
Good luck.
you guys can go. I'm just trying to sort out issue with Emmanuel.
Yes, I see.
Have you taken
Emmanuel, enjoy
attendance?
yourself for tonight.
Wait. It's fine. He has not taken the attendance. Take off.
I think we have every time. Anyway,
Mr. Lebe, are you still?
yes, I'm here.
Hello, Mr. Lebe, are you still there?
I'm here, yes.
Okay. Oh,
I can
thank
hear
God today's
you.
class did not take that long. I said I enjoyed today's class.
Better you go.
Because
PM.
we didn't take time, I deliberately did not want to, because I noticed recently I've been taking too much of our time.
Yes, I didn't even okay. I was so active.
See now, yeah, life is today's on that didn't last long. Emma, I'll chat you up privately.
What did you say?
I said I'll communicate you.
As if you communicate to me. Bye bye, good night. that network diagram. Yeah, the one keeping us. We should draw that in.
The network diagram, not the one we've done
Is our
already.
own part.
Another, eh?
That
Okay, my own part.
we need to draw.
Go.
Yes. Hmm? We need to draw it so I can submit it.
That's what I'm asking.
Wait.
Is it a different one? Not the one we did together the other time. Hey, Meleno,
The one we
we've done
did.
the first one.
I made that, so we need to do another one.
Okay.
Email wrong. AI will hear say indicate here with that. About the possible, let's do it this night. Now, once I'm done with this thing, I will call you. Just share screen and do it.
Yeah. Well, no.
It's nice. No problem. Okay, good night now. Can go ahead. Hello, sir. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So I wanted to ask you about this Siva.
Hmm.
I don't know how to initiate the chat because
Oh,
I think
it's
I'm
a
going
WhatsApp number. I will send it to you now.
Okay. So are you sending it through WhatsApp or?
Yeah, I'm sending through WhatsApp.
Oh, okay.
Just hold on. I need to. My battery is running out. Let me switch to. I can very switch to.
Okay, so I've seen it.
Okay.
Okay, so you said you want us to that what we are the app rather is something like this.
Not exactly, but similar. You see the way this one interfaces between WhatsApp and Zenith, a simple Zenith website. So there are some information that the Zenith Bank might require from you that WhatsApp cannot process. So it will move to Zenith site and then you put in the information and it will link back to WhatsApp. Maybe you submit that information.
Okay, yeah. I think I've also seen this in UBA. The UBA is the one that is either called either Z or so. It's the same AI. Does the same thing.
Okay. Okay.
Mm.
So it's something like this we want to do because we are very much aware that most people want very simple interface and then most people don't. Of course, a lot of people are already used to working with WhatsApp, working with Instagram and all that. So easy to just do like your normal chats and get everything done. So for both vendors, the buyers and all that, they'll be using, that's how they will operate.
Okay. Okay. No problem. It's actually good. So we are looking at how to secure something that is like the app. So
Yes.
that
You know, this one now uses a pin, and then when you are registering, it asks me, I use my token to register, my bank token. So I think it has another option. I didn't just look at it because I have a token. I think you can use BVN or a ATM card or something. I can't really remember. But there are some.
is asking for is asking for my ATM card, but my ATM card has expired for long. I
Oh, okay.
stopped
So
using
that
ATM
would
card.
not work. Because I use token. I have a token. I have a
How
token.
can
So
I get that token? Is there a
there's
site I
e-token.
can use to get?
There's e-token.
Okay.
You just download it from Play Store. You download it from Play Store, then you activate it. When you're activating it, you can use it will ask you for your BVN. it will now snap your face and match your face ID with that of the BVN portal. Once it matches, then the something will continue. You will now register your PIN that you're using with the token. You get?
Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll have to do that. I'll have to use that one because I'm not used to Opay and Pay. I've not been using that ATM
No,
card.
you don't have to register it. I just wanted you to see something similar. Since you said UBA has a similar thing, it's not like it's exactly the same thing.
Yes.
You just
Yeah.
chat, you can check your balance, you can do transfers, you can buy airtime, just basic banking services. It's late now. If I go upstairs now, it's stopping.
Okay.
In this office and it's setting. Oh wait. I'm not just ready to go upstairs. I'm already at take. Ready to go. Yo, my guys. I forgot to feed you guys, right? How you doing? Loki, how are you? Good? Hi, how are you? Loki, you still remember the beating I gave you yesterday? You're running away from me, Abby. On these rabbits. Okay, you guys have enough grass, but you need water, need your rabbit feed. That it's in a bed. Loki, come. How are you? How are you? How's been your day? Hey, easy. Don't fall my phone down. Easy, little boy. Easy. Okay. That's too rough. Look at your big head. Where's your brother? Call talk.
Sorry, sir, it's taking so
Man,
much time.
this thing is going to take long. Oh. Don't worry. I'm just going to mute myself.
Okay,
I'm
sir.
just going to mute myself. And let me know. So we'll continue. I need to feed my animals or they
Okay,
die
sir.
of
No problem.
starvation. Yeah.
No problem, sir.
But I'm here anyway. I'm on my phone.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Hit enter now. Reboot. Enter. Wait, wait. No. So wait, close this virtual machine. Okay, close it down. Okay, go to the virtual box. Yeah, so under storage, under right click on this optical drive, whatever. Right click on the optical drive NetGate installer. Do you see it? Do you see it? Hello, are you there? Yeah, that line there. Do you see optical drive NetGate installer? Yeah, right click on it. Then have you right click? Yeah, right click. Then remove disk from virtual device or virtual drive rather. The last option there. Okay, now start the virtual machine. And it has worked now. So you can open any virtual machine on your LAN and access the PFSense via the browser. It has finished booting. Hello. Hello. Hello, Emmanuel, are you there? Hello, Emmanuel. Emmanuel, are you there? If you are talking, I cannot hear you. Hello, Emmanuel. If you are talking, I can't hear you.
Okay. Hello, can you hear me now? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay,
Yeah, I said
sorry,
it has finished. It has finished.
Okay, no problem, sir. Okay, thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. So you can carry on from here now. Just open any virtual machine that is connected on the LAN and access it from the internet, from the browser rather.
Okay, sir. I've not gone through that part. So let me just try.
No,
I've
what?
not really, I've not rehearsed that part because I used to listen to watch the video and then use it to rehearse.
Okay, no problem. You can check it and see.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. All right then. Good night.
Okay, good night, sir.
Yeah.